this will probably be the 23rd. So we'll probably get this tomorrow, this the next day, then this, then this.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve? Is that what I said?
Yeah. On New Year's Eve, we're gonna get this one.
Like, once we get the Santa.
Ready? 20. Wonderland. You might actually get Stitch, maybe.
Stitch?
Because I feel like we have everything that is pictured.
Oh yeah. Probably we do, because I don't think we had this one, did we?
Let me see.
Monday. I'm very anxious today, very stressed out today. I emailed last night about the landscaping. Y'all have heard me complain about it for probably over a year now. The landscaping that is done here is just very, very, very poor. It's very rushed. I sent an email to the HOA yesterday complaining about it, like, because I was outside playing with the kids and I was just so frustrated. And even my 3-year-old son was out there and he's pointing out weeds. He's pointing out like a mess and he goes, "Mommy, what is this? Why is this such a mess?" My 3-year-old said that. So he has seen a nicely maintained yard. I just had enough. I emailed them, not realizing it would be so boom, boom, boom. Right when I woke up in the morning, I already got an email saying, I'm gonna talk to them, I'm gonna get this fixed. Like 20 minutes later, there's just like a team in my yard. Very, very nice though, and so I feel horrible when I do that. This morning I just felt horrible. I just felt like guilty for complaining, and I don't do well with complaining. I do not do well with confrontation. So I just felt horrible this whole morning, and they came in my yard, they did all the little things, but they still neglected the things that I complain about. They're leaving like weeds in different areas that I feel like they should be maintaining the weeds, and there's just little things here and there. That's not me being nitpicky. It should be a very basic, like being a landscaper, if this is your career and your profession, you should notice these things. It shouldn't be unnoticed. I was reminded about another thing going on this week that, well, now I have to do this at this time, this over here, so I'm like rearranging everything, so that stressed me out. My husband has appointments today. When people were gonna come check things out on the house today, I was gonna take the kids out so that we were just completely out of the way for fun, but like I just don't feel up to it. I'm tired. So anyways, I have to edit. I need to go, or else a video will most definitely not go up today because I just don't have the time. Editing is done. I had a lot to say yesterday, but editing is thankfully done. There's a couple things I'm going to cover in this vlog that I just removed and deleted from the last one because it just got to be way too long. But number one, when you have contractors come to your house, and let's say you're like me and you don't like shoes in your house, do you tell them to take their shoes off? I'm very interested because I feel like this is such a divided, such a 50-50 thing. So another thing to keep in mind is some people, it's part of like their culture. You don't wear shoes in the house. Curious. I'll let you know what my opinion is. I'm curious if you are like that and you don't like shoes worn in your house, do you tell contractors to take their shoes off? I also would like to know, if you are a contractor, what is your reaction when people have asked you to take your shoes off in their house? I personally do not like shoes being worn in my house, but I will never ask someone to take their shoes off. I try to hint it here and there. People who regularly come to my house, they pretty much know that. I don't like to take my shoes off when I go to someone else's house. If they ask me to, 100%, you better believe I'll take my shoes off. And then there's houses I know that they're totally fine with shoes being worn in the house, and those are the houses I'm like, all right, cool. It's definitely a very hypocritical thing with me. I don't like people having their shoes in my house, but I also don't like to be barefoot in somebody else's house. I love when contractors put stuff on their shoes, when they cover them with like the net or whatever. But yeah, so I'm just interested because that's mostly when I get like super stressed out, when I know people are coming, like contractors or whoever are coming, because I know I then have to mop. Just how we live, it's just our lifestyle. We don't like shoes in the house, but we will not ask you to take your shoes off. So then I know, okay, once they leave, I have to mop everything. So it's like, it's a whole chore. And I know it's a chore that we have put onto ourselves. It's not that I don't know that. But yeah, I'm just curious. I'm curious from both ends. Like, if you have any experience or any stories, let me know, because I'm very interested in how other people do things. And if you have any experiences of, yeah, I don't like taking my shoes off in someone's house, or yeah, I always take my shoes off, or oh, everyone needs to take their shoes off when they're at my house, I tell contractors and everybody. I'm just interested. I feel like it's not a common thing to ask a contractor to take their shoes off. But anyway, so that's mostly what I'm like frustrated with, is knowing, okay, they're gonna be here for like 2 hours. It's gonna be cutting into dinner time, and then before I can even start dinner, I have to mop everything. I always like, if they touch stuff, like I always like Lysol and everything, because like I just want my house, the outside world is disgusting, but I want the inside of my house to be as clean as I can have it. But anyways, what I was talking about in yesterday's Vlogmas video, I did not have, I'm just so anxious. I could not keep it in because it was such a long segment, kind of like what this is, but I could not keep it in. The casemate case. Whenever I was on Like to Know It on Instagram, people always ask me what case I'm using, and they always want to know information. They want to know the most protective cases. I get tons and tons and tons of comments on cases, and I love it because that's something I love. So anyways, when it came to the casemate case, this is a casemate Twinkle case. I don't even know if it's picking up, but I had that one on my 11 Pro Max and loved it. But the only thing I didn't love is I didn't feel like it was very protective on the front. When I would put my phone down, I could tell it was hitting the screen protector and not a lip. I will only ever use phone cases that have a lip. Just did not have a good one. It's not that I didn't have one, it just was not very good. They corrected it on the 13 Pro Max. It has been corrected. It is definitely covering the screen way better than the 11 did. It's not quite as high, but the reason why I think I'm okay with it is because I have the Apple silicone case, and I always like to, like, I consider the Apple silicone case being the very minimal that Apple feels your phone needs to be like protected. Like, I feel like it's just a really good case at a very minimal surface area. I don't know. So anyways, they corrected it, so I definitely like the casemate Twinkle case for the 13 Pro Max. Also, when Vlogmas first started, I was talking about how I was very disappointed in the 13 Pro Max. I felt like it wasn't living up to my expectations, the camera quality, all of that good stuff. I can honestly say now that they updated something, or I don't know, it definitely 100% is awesome now. The quality, I mean, the cinematic feature, I haven't really dabbled too much in. I've tried, but like I don't quite understand how to edit it yet. I haven't really messed with that part, so I don't really use the cinematic very much. Also because when you import it into your photos, it won't delete from your phone. Like, you have to manually delete it. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that's just like a small little glitch or whatever, but I'm really happy with the phone now. I love the phone now. The update helped it. The biggest problem was like with the macro, but they fixed it. Anyways, I wanted to brief over that because I did want to make sure that I talked about it in Vlogmas, but yesterday it was just way too much talking. So I'm feeling a little less anxious now because I was feeling anxious. So I was like, oh, once my daughter wakes up, we have to get out of the house and this and that. But I told my husband, I was like, I'm not gonna leave the house. If the kids are in the way, the kids are in the way. We'll go outside. It's raining though, of course. But I was like, we'll just go outside or something if the kids are in the way. It's not like there was no reason for us to leave. I just felt like that would be the best for us because I was like, I don't really want to have to clean up after, but I'm definitely getting hit with the afternoon exhaustion. I'm starting my second cup of coffee though. Actually, where is it? Did I not even bring it in here? My friend Natalie posted a Instagram post or a story talking about like birth trauma, and hers and my birth trauma are very different. No two trauma is the same. My mind and my heart just started racing into this like vivid memory of a couple years ago after my son. It was like bringing up all these like sparks and feelings and all these things that I had compartmentalized and I had buried, and it just started popping up and I just started crying, and I'm like, gosh, there's a lot of guilt that I carry with me, and I feel like I now have another series I would like to do on here. I always had planned on doing breastfeeding videos on here. I stopped putting that as a priority because I was like, I don't know if people will want to watch them, but again, my channel, my rules. I'm gonna do what I want. You can see today might be a breastfeeding video, tomorrow might be a tech video, but regardless, it's all under the umbrella of me, and I'm not going to make 12 channels. But I would really like to make some of these videos because I feel like what I have to say and my experiences will really help other women. I used to post a lot about it on Instagram and I stopped. I know so many women to this day still reach out to me on some of my older posts because of the hashtags that were in them, asking what my experience was with my breast abscess, how the surgery went, any recommendations or tips and tricks on how I fixed it, and they shared their stories. And every time they share their story, it gets me every time. So anyways, I would love to do a series on that. I feel like it'd be really helpful for me, it'd be really helpful for other moms, and I'm not gonna apologize for having content on my channel that maybe not everyone can relate with. I do want to let you know that I will be doing breastfeeding videos. If it's not something you're interested in, please just pass through those videos. Don't feel obligated to completely leave, but also just know that I would love it if you still stuck around during, even if it's any kind of genre of anything that you're not interested in. Just know that maybe the next video is going to be something you're interested in. I will be doing those videos coming up, and I will be doing my iPhone unboxing. I cannot wait to get that video up. I can't believe it's taken me this long. I'm going to continue just staying on the I'm proud bus instead of putting myself down for not getting that video up yet. I feel happy again. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm able to take care of myself and my family finally. It's so nice. Thank you so much for watching Vlogmas Day 20. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys tomorrow with Vlogmas Day 21. Bye guys!